Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me to be here, Paul. It's fantastic to see so many faces. It's very close to a Michael Fish moment, which is very satisfying. Okay, my name is William Harvey. I'm here not to sell you anything. I, in fact, come bearing gifts, which is very festive and hopefully of interest to many, many of you. I'm here to talk about, in a kind of pleasant, friendly way, business finance and how it can couple with energy efficiency to make everything just a little bit better in future. I work with the Low Carbon Innovation Fund. We're based up at the Research Park at the UEA, and we operate a venture capital fund which is comprised of 40% EU funding, so it's a very interesting one. Basically, we have £30 million that we need to spend in the next 3 years. A little summary of kind of growth stages and where we perhaps apply in suit. The first kind of pre-setup and startup, there's funding out there for that kind of thing, smaller levels. We come in at the early stage and established moment where you're kind of probably up and running, doing something reasonably well, but just need an injection of money to take you to the next step or to do something a little bit different. And our main aim really is to help companies in the east of England to become better, stronger, to employ more people, to generate more profit, and to sort of to boost the east of England. A little summary for you. We are a venture capital fund. We can, at the moment, invest a minimum of 125,000, but in the next few months, it's quite likely that we'll bring that down to a lower level that may well interest a few more of the kind of softer, smaller companies. Who can apply? It's very, very flexible. SMEs, which is from well, one person up to 250, up to £40 million turnover, which pretty much captures virtually every company in the east of England, bar a few. If you're based in the east of England or have some operational benefit that comes to the east of England, that's fine. You might be based in Scotland or even abroad, but if you have a facility that somehow works or benefits this area, absolutely perfect. We can invest virtually in any type of company. My specific role, I'm from an architectural background, so I was brought in to push slightly more into the creative industries world and the kind of eco-building products, so anything from that previous list is fine. Software, perfect. Who can apply? These are just a couple of excitable pictures to make you realise it's not dry business that we're interested in. It's people that have a dynamic, enthusiastic look at what they want to do. So snowboards, fine. If you've got a more efficient process of making them, perfect. What do you need to do to satisfy the low carbon bit? It's very, very flexible. You can either make or sell products that are just more efficient than anything that's out there. So the product itself doesn't have to be green as such, it just has to be better. Or you can be providing a service to another company that helps them become a little bit more efficient as well. Number 3, I wrote that on purpose just to drop out of there. Delightfully done. Or the third option, you may be a company that wants to do something within your facility to improve energy efficiency. So it's very, very flexible, and I'm happy to talk about any type of thing that you think might fall into those categories. This is the funding steps. First step, I would say, have a chat with me, or have a look online as well to see what works. And once you're kind of through step 1, you do an online application. It's fairly straightforward, but not too simple. We want to make sure that you understand your own business and sort of provide enough information. And then it kind of rolls around the funding steps. And it's quite a flexible, friendly process. It won't just be a kind of red stamp if it's not acceptable. We'll get back to you and say, okay, maybe not working this time, reapply with a slightly different twist. A few recent examples. Fantastic. This is a potentially reasonable company that could apply. They're sort of based in London, but I thought it's a reasonable specific example. They're kind of hard, big data. It's not my specific background. And you kind of think, okay, how could they be greener? But there's many, many things that they could do. Mostly their ways of working, making sure they use facilities abroad that are the greenest possible. And it quite often just is a simple process to say, no, I'll use this kind of cloud computing, or a type of company that you know is greener than company B, use them. And that's the sort of thing we'd love to see, just a bit of a proactive step. It kind of gives us confidence that you're taking positive steps. What next? As I said, check the website. It's open for applications 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the next 3 years. So I hope there is an opportunity to apply. It clearly sets out the eligibility. Any questions, I'll be around. Leaflets up at the back. I'll leave some there. Happy to talk.